WWE 2K23 needs a park. And I'm not talking about the place you go where you let your dogs poop, where you walk with your friends, or what you do with your car when you're done. I'm talking about a park like the NBA 2K franchise. In this video, we're going to go through all the tools that WWE 2K could do to implement something like a park into their next game, and it could be something that rivals my faction and could possibly bring a revolution to the WWE franchise. But before we start this video, make sure you subscribe and like the video if you enjoy. Stay tuned for more great content. So if you're not too familiar with the NBA 2K franchise, you may be asking, what is a park? Well, the park originated back in NBA 2K14, but it really rose to popularity in 2K15 and 2K16. It allows players to use their created character from my career and play with players from all across the world in basically any type of variety of basketball. And it got so popular due to the arcadey style of gameplay. You can do 1-on-1-on-1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, 5v5. They might have even done 6 at this point. So now you may be asking, why bring this over to WWE? Well, while MyRise in 2K22 was, sort of a success, I think that they can definitely do a lot more to make sure the next game's My Career really does hit different. If we're able to take our characters and do a, Survivor Series style match, 4v4 elimination, that would be amazing. And we wouldn't have to do that in the play now mode. Just playing online, we can use our creative people and not have to mix in regular superstars. And you don't have to worry about cheesy characters. We all know that's an issue. Now, if this mode was to be added into the WWE 2K franchise, I'm going to be talking more around the lines of what they had in the NBA 2K15 and 16 games and not what they have now. Right now, they have the city and it is a massive gameplay area. But throughout this video, you are going to be seeing footage of me walking around the cities just to show, the potential and what it looks like in a very wider form. Wait, did you like the video yet? No? Just saying, you should go ahead and do that, please. Thank you. Back to it though. My idea for the title of this could be Backstage. The mindset is that you and your character are backstage at a WWE event and you can participate in different matches and you can go into the main event, which would, be on a stage per se, and it could be the match of the day where you get a bonus for participating in, maybe the match of the day is a tag team match. This would just add so much more variety and fun to the WWE franchise. I know people don't exactly want the WWE games to turn into the NBA games, but there is still a lot of great things to be learned and carried over. One thing that you could be bringing up is you could have women's characters or men's characters. How would you do that? Well, luckily for the WWE, both sides of the coin and men and women are better represented than the NBA and the WNBA. For the NBA 2K franchise, they just now a few years ago integrated the WNBA into their games. In this park or backstage in this situation, you can have a separate men and women's park and have a certain area the character is able to go to participate in mixed match challenges. Once again, adding to the availability of every single match type being able to happen. And as you look through the B-roll in this video, just imagine, instead of basketball courts, imagine a wrestling ring taking place where players are able to ready up to be able to get into the next game and participate in ladder matches, street fights, match types. I think it could be amazing. And speaking of match types, let's talk about spotlight events. I can't think of the exact name for it now, but the NBA 2K franchise has something called park events where every so often and every week, I believe, they have a spotlight where, they have players 70 overall and lower get a certain boost, or depending on your archetype of your character, you get certain boosts and different type of matches to where you get bonuses. They've had double XP weekends, different types of things to encourage people to play and to keep things fresh. For the WWE, however, we have pay-per-views basically every month to look forward to, and you can intertwine that into the game. For example, say that it's November and Survivor Series is coming up. The special event for this month, where it will be the main event and you get bonuses for playing it, would be a Survivor Series type match. And given that it's the spotlight match type, you see more of these all over the different backstage areas. And this would allow you to be like, oh, it's November, I'm excited to play some 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 elimination tag matches in the backstage area. Same thing goes for when Money in the Bank is coming up. You can expect a lot more 8-man ladder matches to pop up and for that to be in the main event and get bonuses for playing it. I would love something like that for the Royal Rumble, and I think that could really work. It could possibly be their equivalent to Pro-Am, and Pro-Am is where it's 5-on-5 and it's like playing an actual game with time, quarters, and everything. And for the Royal Rumble, you can just sit and go through the 30-man contestants and allow you to play it. Maybe for terms of connection, you could do 10 or 20 man, but I think just having a Royal Rumble available online would be amazing. Another big thing that has had lots of controversy and discussion in the NBA 2K community is park affiliations. Affiliations were something that started out but phased out and are sort of back in, but there were 3 different affiliations with 3 home parks, and it allowed characters to play in that home park but also travel to the other parks and do a rival day type thing. With the WWE, we have brand supremacy and things like that, so we could have Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and maybe even WCW, ECW. You don't have to have a lot of affiliations, but imagine Raw, SmackDown, NXT would be the main ones. So when you start out for the first time in this Backstage, you can choose your affiliation and you're represented by that. Then you can travel over to the NXT park and say, oh, you know, I'm taking this over as a SmackDown star, and fight and participate in matches against all the NXT people. And it doesn't have to exactly take place near Survivor Series, but there could be rival days like 2K had, where you can be in matches against the other parks or shows and get points, and the winner of the points got something special. For example, in NBA 2K16, one of the affiliations got a brand new park. Now this would be connected to My Career or MyRise, whatever they want to call it, but it doesn't directly have to be. And what I mean by that is what they have at NBA 2K22, they have the neighborhood directly connecting to My Career. To complete a quest for My Career, you have to go through the neighborhood and run to a certain area, or for you to have to do team practice, you have to run over there. And this is all necessary for you to journey into the next part of your gameplay. But having it directly connected to My Career could be an interesting option that they do. All in all, this is a part of trying to make the next WWE games the best that they can possibly be and make it fun for us, because, you know, we're the real consumers, we're the real people that deserve a great product. Oh yeah, and one last thing, do not make it cross-platform with PC. I know we want everything to be connected nowadays. Modders will get a hold of it and ruin it. I recommend you watch Trey. He's a great NBA 2K content creator, and he goes on PC and plays against those modders and hackers, and they have super glitch characters.
Deep down, I still love you. Chase.
I see him.
It's back.
I see him. I see him.
What the fuck?
We ain't see this last year.
Let them have a separate thing. Maybe you can connect console generations, but just keep PC out of it, please. But that will do it for this video. Once again, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more great wrestling content. Follow the TikTok at MrGlorious17. We got other great content going on there, having a lot of fun on there. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video coming up, and have a day, everyone.